Well, since then, um, and and hello from me, um, as um, as I had a phone, usually a Motorola razr 2 V8. Why did I abandon them for so long that my device weren't able to boot up? So let's talk about Motorola razr 2 V8 according to our Wikipedia. Usually we should do some of these gaming things, but this one I have to do a vlog, my first vlog about the Motorola razr 2 V8. And that the phone that I haven't touched um this and the device that usually wouldn't able to exist anymore. Let's talk about it. So a quick reminder about how I usually do this is because I'm using um my um my session today. And now I'm going to talk about everything about Motorola razr 2 V8 um in in a matter of seconds. Um now I'm going to talk about razr 2 V8. And let's search for this device and let's take a look at this. Um as you can see, it is a phone from the razr series. This installment usually runs them and some of these things. And talking about that, we know that it doesn't redirect them. Um, so oh, now we have it. Um, so the device, this is the Motorola razr 2 series. This device is usually a series from a Motorola, a clamshell smartphone, clamshell flip phone, that is also, and this is the second generation. And I have and this is also a derivatives, and as well as the Motorola razr Max V6, and is released in a 2G and 3G models, respectively. V8 for the 2G, GSM, and Edge models, and V9 for 3G models. In Germany, they discontinued their 3G services, leaving only the Motorola this V8 fully compatible. Now let's talk about why you should always be taking care of these things. And the first thing that you should always know about is that this device is has some um touch buttons on three sides, and that you can use this and without over opening it. It still has a volume rocker and two sides buttons. This device is a GSM Edge model, and it does not have a SIM card slot. However, a V9, which is 3G, and EV and evolution data optimized devices have a SIM card slot, and which has a capability of running of them, which is it has at a 400 120 megabytes or 2 gigabytes of internal memory. The only camera is the 2 megapixel camera, which I don't know about the resolution. Maybe it's VG or something. So it is, but the V9M is only compatible on CDMA 2000, which is not compatible in other countries, making it sure you are not able to use them, um, if if you had if you have this such a device. Um, the 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 Motorola usually takes a phone call and mm, and that and also an enhanced version named V9X was released in December 2008 as a um, as a device. It is also compatible with micro SD, however, with high capacity support. It's also gained external screen features, and it came with a GPS software along the way. The the razr2 V9M, which is the version of the which is this version, released in South Korea first, which is through SK Telecom, and USA in for Verizon Wireless, followed by Sprint, Eltel, and other CDMA carriers until the closure. A special edition which is the razr2 V8, which is in time for the holiday season, with 18 karat gold plated accents and a soft snake-like skin-like back, and a Ferrari edition, which is only released other than USA, because Ferrari is a favorite, is a partnership of Motorola back in the day, and it is only released in Asia, Europe, and Latin America, and it featured a Ferrari logo in the back of them and a Ferrari branded leather case, as well as preloaded wallpapers and ringtones. So this device is usually from 2007. It looks luxury. This is their second series, and it runs on Moto Max, a former it's an operating system which is uh, um, based on Monte Vista Mobi Linux, a kernel, which is the former distros. Moto Max is usually discontinued, but however it is only compatible with the devices they are on. But it's also usually used them, and that is also the case on razr2 V8, that devices usually run on. Um, but some devices usually gain attraction with their services. Usually the device has everything in it. But let's talk about the features. All variants of razr 2 have a 260K color TFT internal display with a size of 2.2 inches, while a 2.0 inches an external display is on the outside, and that's what I am going to show them. Um, the external display has a touch-sensitive buttons, which I told them earlier, that allows to play music through this screen without ever opening up the device. There is a 2 megapixel camera, although with no flash, and a video camera shooting at QCIF resolution. And as you can see, this is uh, uh, um, uh, 176 to 144. There is Bluetooth connectivity version 2.0 although there is no Wi-Fi nor there is an IRDA port, which means the device is not technological advanced. But the Razr 2 V8 and V9M models are 11.9 millimeters thick, which is 0.47 inches, whereas the Razr V9, because of more advanced capabilities, are a lot thicker, which is 13.7 millimeters, or 0.54 inches. Due to this is because and it has also a larger battery capacity. The thickness is still less than Motorola Razr V3. That's what it makes it slim. The it and in-house and this device usually runs on Moto Max, um, while other models have a proprietary one. At the time, so this is why you should always take care, and that is why the first generation is way popular. This one is way more than that. Um but it outsold, but it didn't manage to outsold the iPhone. But since iPhone is exclusively available in US, I have to check it. Yeah, it's just discontinued them. Because this phone is usually um um let's take a look at them, and this and that is why they also begin selling them in some places. But yeah, that's good. Um, um, and this is why you should always use them. And the Z9, which is essentially which is and Z9, which is which is and it has also have 3G, and it can. So let's talk about a Motorola Razr models, and this is the version that I own. It is a V8, and now we are going to talk about more on these things, and it's specified to be a successor. Um, since then it is, and it's very good. Now let's talk about the full specifications. So, the status is discontinued. The SIM is mini SIM, and it has um a 420 to 320 pixels uh um 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 a camera, um and this type is usually a technology is used as a GSM and edge networks. This is what I own. Um, and it weighs uh a hundred 117 grams, which is usually a hit when it's coming. Uh, 144p camera, I don't there and 770 milliamp power battery. Um, it doesn't have a selfie camera since you could use it as a selfie itself. So there are downloadable ringtones, and it uses a Bluetooth 2.0 A2DP connectivity. There's no radio can usability since this device does not have a headphone jack, does not have any positioning system. It has a micro USB 2.0 adapter, no, a port. I'm sorry. I was referring to adapter. But actually, this is a USB port. And this is usually you can use them to connect to a phone. Uh, I mean a wall brick for charging them, or for use of data transfer. Like if you download some music and wanted to play them directly on your phone, there you can do this. And it is compatible with MP3, AC, AAC, and AAC plus player. And this is why you should always have a device on board and ready. And it has a predictive text input as an organizer and a voice memo, and and um and 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 standby is up to 330 hours, and talk time up to 7 hours and 50 minutes. It comes with a dark pearl and gray, and the price is just was starting around 120 euros, which is today about exactly 50. While not actually a device so luxury than that, this device is absolutely built for a daily driver usage. The voice is 66 decibels, noise 65, and ring is 81. Some of these may not be accurate, or maybe some changes to usage. So let's make a let's compare them with razr 2 V9. Um, and I do not find them, but I have to Motorola. So I have to check GSM. GSM. So let's take a look. So I have them via this, and let's take a look. And let's see. It both released, and it has 2.2 inches, and it has a second external. There are the same thing. It has downloadable logos as well. It has a dedicated slot, and you can use them as a photo call, or using them. So call records can be a maximum of 30. Dialed, received, and missed calls. Mod, uh, there are no selfie cameras, but it does not have a 3.5 millimeter check on anything. there are no positioning systems, but they had an video download as well. You can, if you want to play them music, or a video, um, and that is absolute the big plus on V9. And it has a higher capacity of battery, which this is and but the talk time only lasts 3 hours and 30 minutes. And that price is, however, is about €100, meaning it is far less priced than a Razer V8, which is more luxury focused. And we don't know about the loudspeaker, but as it should, might not be accurate. But let's take a look at the coverage. And the network coverage are compatible with, and it has 900 and 800, and this is why you should always take care about and it is digitally encrypted. Um, and since this is a usually my and since the coverage is usually GSM and that's the device you should always count on. Once it arrives on probably on next um Wednesday, I will schedule it on next Monday. Um and so please tune in on our next video for more of them. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment on the video. And also I link them to I will link in the description for where you can check the specifications about the Razer 2 V8 and related devices. Um, and don't forget to subscribe so that you could be up to date. I'm Mr. Komats, and I will see you again on an unspecified date, but I will be here. Thank you for. I suggest to be patient. So once I get this device as a working thing to officially work like this, then I'm going to post it on our Monday blog. So see you again. Cheers.